Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna show you how I made this shirt using the open wave stitch. The shirt is made by 5 pieces, the back, the 2 fronts and the 2 sleeves, worked separately and then joined together. This is a size, I would say medium, with a cropped length. You can make this as long as you want. The finished measurement of my garment are in the description. For this project I'm going to use a fine yarn, 100% cotton. There are balls of 50 grams each, 125 meters. I chose 3 colors. I have 2 balls of each plus 1 more of the color I'm going to use for the collar and the border. I'm going to use a 3.5mm hook. We're also going to need a measuring tape, scissors, tapestry needle, buttons, and sewing needle and sewing thread to sew the buttons. We're going to start with the back of our shirt. It's going to be worked sideways, so we are chaining for the length of our shirt. Take your first color, make a slip knot, and for the open wave stitch we need to chain a multiple of 16 plus 2. I chain 5 times 16 plus 2, so 82 chains. Now for row 1, skip the first chain from the hook and in the second one make 1 single crochet. Then in each chain till the end of the row we're going to make 1 single crochet. The first row is completed. Now turn around, chain 1. The chain does not count as a stitch. Now we're starting row 2. In the first stitch make 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet as well in the second one. Here we are starting the stitches that we're going to repeat. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next one make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next one make 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next one make 1 treble crochet, so yarn over 2 times, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, make another treble crochet in the next stitch, this is the top of our wave. Now we're going back down, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next one make 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next one make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next 3 stitches we're going to make 1 single crochet in each of them. 1, 2, and 3. And these are all the stitches we are going to repeat. We start again from the chain. I'm going to repeat this until the end of the row, and the last repeat we're going to stop after the chain here, after the second half double crochet. At the end of the row, after the second half double crochet of the last wave, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and you should have 2 stitches left. Make 1 single crochet in each of them. And our second row is completed. For row 3, turn around, chain 1, make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and for this row we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch and in each chain space, like this. Continue like this till the end of the row. At the end of the row, don't complete your last single crochet. We're going to change color. Take your new yarn and pull it through to complete the last single crochet. Chain 1 and turn around. I'm going to cut the previous yarn. Now for row 4, we're going to make 1 single crochet in every stitch until the end of the row. I'm going to work also around the tails to hide them. After the last single crochet, our 4th row is completed. Now turn around. For row 5, chain 4. They count as a treble crochet. Now we're starting the stitches we need to repeat. In the next stitch, make 1 treble crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch. In the next one, make 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch. In the next one, make 1 half double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next 3 stitches make 1 single crochet in each of them. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, half double crochet in the next one. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet in the next one. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, treble crochet in the next one. Chain 1 and start again from here. These are the stitches we are going to repeat for the rest of the row. At the end of the row, in the last stitch, make one last treble crochet. Row 5 it's completed. For row 6, turn around, chain 1 and make one single crochet in each stitch till the end of the row. Each stitch in each chain space, and continue like this till the end of the row, but don't complete the last stitch because at the end we're going to change color again. Going to make the last single crochet in the 4th chain of the row below, but we are not going to complete it, and we're going to complete it with the 3rd color. Like this. I'm gonna cut the previous yarn. I cut the yarn, I made a little knot. Now turn around, chain 1. For row 7, one single crochet in each stitch till the end of the row. Work around your tails. Make one single crochet in every stitch until the end of the row. I finished row 7 and now we have all the rows we need to continue. From now on we're going to keep repeating rows from 2 through 7. So now we're going back to row 2, then row 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then again 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Changing color every 3 rows. So now this is my first row with this color. Gonna make row 8 and row 9 with this color, and then I go back to the first one. I reached the desired measurement for the back. We need to stop after an odd number of waves. I did 27, so when I divide that into for the 2 fronts, I will have the 2 fronts being 13 each, and I have one remaining wave in the middle. Now we need to add one last row at the end and one row at the start to make the edge straight. To make the edge straight, we're going to make one last row, turn around, chain 3, count as a double crochet in the first stitch. In the next stitch, make a double crochet. Then one half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. Three and 4. Now one single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. One half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. And 4, and then one double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. Then again, start from here, 4 half double crochet, then 4 single crochet, 4 half double, and 4 double crochet. Continue like this till the end of the row. After finishing this edge, we will do the same thing on the other side. So take a new piece of yarn, attach it to the start here, and repeat this row. After finishing the two edges, we can now make the two fronts. For the fronts, I'm going to chain the same amount of chains as I did for the back. And my back was 27 waves, so that divided into is 13.5. I'll make my two fronts 13 waves each, and I'll leave one wave in the middle. And now I'm gonna work following the stitch pattern until I reach the measurement for my shoulder. I'm gonna work 8 waves, and then I'll decrease for the neckline, and I'll do the last 5 waves. Alright, I've worked 8 waves. Now this measures around 12 centimeters, gonna be the measurement of my shoulder. Now I'm gonna change color, and for the next wave I'm gonna make only the first row, so the single crochet row, and after that we will decrease for the neckline. I made the single crochet row. Now I'm gonna work my next one, which for me it's row 2, until the second to last repetition. So we're gonna skip the last one. Mine is gonna end with 2 single crochet. So after the half double, I'm gonna make 1 chain and end the row with 2 single crochet. If you are on a row 5, make the first treble crochet, then make a second treble crochet, and then turn around. We're basically skipping the last repetition here. So I'm gonna end the row with the second to last repetition, skipping the last one. So I'm gonna make my half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and then end the row with 2 single crochet. Like this, and I'm gonna skip all of this, and then turn around and continue following the stitch pattern. If you were on a row 5 instead of a row 2, you will end the row with 2 treble crochet and then turn around. Now I'm going to continue following the stitch pattern only in these stitches. I made 8 waves. This is the 9th, so I have 4 more waves to make. I finished the remaining waves. I have 13 in total, and now I'm gonna do the row to straighten the edge as we did for the back. On this side I'm gonna do it with the light brown, and on this side I'm gonna do it with the dark brown, so it matches the back. It's gonna be easier to join them together later. I finished the edges, and now this front is completed. To make the second one, we just need to make one in the same way, like this. They are identical, and flip it. Only difference is that I did this edge with the light brown, so it matches the one of the back. So the two fronts are now completed. After finishing both of the fronts, we can move on to the sleeves. For the sleeves, we are going to chain for the length. I'm going to chain 2 times 16 plus 2, which is 34 chains, and it's equal to around 16 centimeters. It's going to be the length of my sleeves. Once I have my 34 chains, I'm going to follow the stitch pattern, changing color every third row as we did for the main part of our shirt. until I reach the circumference of my armhole. I finished my sleeve. I did 21 waves, and the edge row at the start and at the end. I made this one dark brown so it matches the other one. It's gonna be easier to join the sleeve together later. This measures around 36-37 centimeters, and of course we need to make 2 sleeves. After finishing the 2 sleeves, we have all the pieces we need and we can start joining them together. But before that, I'm gonna make a row of single crochet along the shoulders here of the front, along this edge of the back, and the long edge of the 2 sleeves. Row of single crochet so that the joining process is gonna be way easier. The important thing is that you make the same amount of single crochet you make on one shoulder, you make them in the other one, and the same amount you make on this sleeve you make in the other one. Once we are done with the row of single crochet, we can join the 2 pieces together, starting with the shoulder of the front with the back. I'm gonna join them using single crochet, so I'm gonna position my 2 pieces with the wrong side facing out and the right side facing each other. Take a new piece of yarn and make a slip knot. Starting from the edge, gonna insert my hook through the first stitch of the front and the first stitch of the back. I'm gonna take my yarn and pull the loop through both of them and then chain 1. I'm gonna move to the second stitch and gonna insert my hook through the second stitch of the front and the second of the back. I'm gonna yarn over and pull up a loop like this. I have 2 loops on my hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops to make a single crochet. Then you move to the third stitch, so you hook through both the one of the front and the one of the back, yarn over and pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops to make a single crochet. Continue like this till you join all the stitches of the shoulder. After joining the back to the 2 fronts at the shoulder, we can now join the sleeves. We need to find the center of the sleeve and match it to the shoulder seam. Then open the sleeve flat like this. We are still on the wrong side, and starting from one corner to the other, we're going to join using single crochet as we did for the shoulders. After joining the sleeve to the main body, we can now close the sides. We are still on the wrong side. We're gonna start from the bottom corner, and we're going to join using slip stitches all the way till the end of the sleeve. Here my border is all dark brown. Here I'm gonna do this part with the light brown and then switch to dark brown for this part. After closing the sides, we can turn our shirt on the right side, and now we're going to work on the collar. Take a new piece of yarn, make a slip knot, and we are going to attach it on this corner of the neckline. Like this. Chain 1. Now we're going to make single crochet following the neckline. Continue making single crochet until you have 1 stitch left before this corner here. So I've reached this part of the neckline where we have this angle like this, and I still have space for one stitch here. We're going to make a single crochet 3 together in the next 3 stitches. One is on this side, one is here where this row of the front ended, and one on this part of the neckline. So insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. We have 4 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all of them. And then continue making single crochet following the neckline. Continue with the single crochet along the neckline until one stitch before this other corner on the other side. We're going to do the same thing we did here. Alright, I've reached the other corner on the other side. I'm gonna make a single crochet 3 together. Then I'm going to continue with the single crochet until the end of the neckline. Reach the end of the neckline, turn around, chain 1, it doesn't count as a stitch, and then single crochet in every stitch until the other end of the neckline. Once you reach the other corner, turn around, chain 1, and again single crochet in every stitch all across the neckline until you reach the other corner. Then you turn around, chain 1, and again single crochet all across. We're gonna continue like this until our collar measures enough to fold it. I did around 10 rows of single crochet. Now I can fold my collar like this, and the collar is completed. Now we are going to make the borders here in the middle of our shirt. The buttonholes go on the right side and the buttons on the left side. I'm gonna start with the border on the right side, so the one with the buttonholes. Take a new piece of yarn, make a slip knot, and attach it to the bottom corner of the right side. And first we're going to make a row of single crochet till the end of the side, till here, without going on to the collar. So 1 single crochet in every stitch. In the next row we're going to make the buttonholes. I want to use 4 buttons, so I have to make 4 buttonholes. The first is going to be at the start of the row here, and then the other one I'll try to space them evenly through the rest of the row, and the last one is going to be at the end here. So that's where I'm going to make the buttonholes. At the end of the side, turn around and chain 1. Gonna make a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then I'm gonna make my first buttonhole. To make the buttonhole, I'm gonna chain 2 and then skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet in the next one. I'm going to check if the button fits. Yes. If you have bigger button, you just need to chain more chains and skip the same amount of stitches. I'm going to continue making single crochet in every stitch until I have to make the second buttonhole. I've reached the point where I want to make the second buttonhole, so I'm gonna make one in the same way as I did before. I'm gonna chain 2, skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet in the next one. Then continue with single crochet until the next buttonhole. I did the third and the fourth buttonhole in the same way. Now I'm gonna turn around, chain 1 and make 1 single crochet in every stitch. 1 single crochet on top of each single crochet, and in the 2 chain space make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Like this, continue till the end of the row. I'm gonna make one more row of single crochet and then I'm gonna move on to the left front border. For the side of the left front, I'm just going to match the number of rows of single crochet I did for the right one. So I'm gonna do 4 rows of single crochet. I finished the border on the left front. Now I want to do a row of single crochet all around the bottom and around the edges of the sleeves. Here I didn't cut the yarn, and we're going to just continue along here and go all around. And then I did 2 rows of single crochet around the bottom edge, and I did it on the sleeve as well, but I think I'm gonna take this off because I like it more without the single crochet and fold it like this. So I'm gonna take this off. I took off the 2 rows of single crochet here, so I'm only missing the finishing touches. I need to sew the buttons using a sewing needle and sewing thread. This is the closest color I could find, and of course then we need to weave in all the tails we left using a tapestry needle. After sewing the buttons and weaving in all the tails, this is the final result. Our shirt finished. This is how it looks from the back. And this is how it looks with the buttons closed. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!